Alright, so hey everyone, it's been some time. Devlog 4 got some small updates on the COMMAND CITADEL. Last time I showed you the map mode and some AGD. All that stuff is click on. This time I went the other way, slightly into the world itself. So let me just have this on the side. Yeah, we got some trees here, right? This is using the latest technology from Unreal Engine I think it's called Foliage system, right? Nanite Foliage, where each tree has its own skeleton and the leaves are properly placed within that skeleton, connected very nicely. As you can see, the quality is quite insane. So we implemented that. Each tree now, as you can see in the left top, where we got this flora test level. On the COMMAND CITADEL we'll have the full flora of the game as a whole in system that will be linked into the final gameplay loop. So here's something that's been bugging for a while. The trees were just decoration at some point around the units custom, and that always felt wrong, right? When I build this, we want to run and have this operation feel alive when the character starts gathering resources from the environment. The environment should both react to the gathering and also the differences between the resources gathered as items into the inventory and useful for the gameplay loop as well. So what we did is we created a state. What I did is created a state for each tree where it gathers different resources, different items per tree, both the wood, the leaf, and what's proprietary to the verse, the ether, as the energy or stuff you gathered. So this will be applied to everything that's foliage, so to the leaves, to bushes, to small trees, sticks and all that jazz, as a unified flora system. So I'll just walk you guys quickly through how it works when it extracts. I got a small debug panel here in the left side. I'll select the tree, and then actually let's start with ether. When we start dragging the slider, this will be like related to the process of gathering, right? So let's assume the robot starts gathering, and then during the gathering time the resources deplete slowly and slowly. As can be seen, the color of the leaves are also depleting. This tries to offer the impression of the ether being extracted out of the leaves, which I think is kind of cool. So the next one is the leaves. If the player U wants to extract just a certain resource from the tree using a specialized device that will help the system to gather only that resource, in our case, in this example being the leaves, it starts also by kind of depleting. I'm working on this. I'm just trying at some point to see if the skeleton system for the foliage could actually set a point route for each leaf. I think that's kind of insane, but it will be cool to have done, so that we can deplete all leaves gradually instead of all at the same time, as it can be seen here. When we reach the 0.02, all the leaves are just depleted, but it's still cool, right? So we still get all the leaves down out of the tree, and we remain with a completely clean trunk and all the branches, which is also awesome. And then if we go to the wood and let me just reset, this will like deplete everything. So it will start with the leaves being cut off, drop down, and then the tree starting to get smaller, and then ultimately the whole resource being oh, chill dude, camera just got numb. The whole resource being extracted completely. At some point we'll probably work on the skeleton depleting, if that's the right wording for it, where each branch starts to detract to its point root, so that when we gather everything that's wood resource related, then the whole tree hopefully will just, you know, unshrink into its own root, which I think it's a nice effect. So that's the small update for this. It will be replicated, especially the ether side, to everything that's foliage related, so we get a nice gameplay loop out of that. And we'll come back later with another updates, probably on the full flora, or maybe moving also to the fauna or to the construction. But at the moment, that's it. Quick update. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.